leather footwear, boots, shoes, whatever it may be, not including suede though, so not like these bad boys here. So this is just to clean, I guess, what you'd call regular leather. These are a pair of boots that I got in London at a shop on Cheshire Street, just off of Brick Lane, and they were about £20, maybe a little bit less, so maybe about 30 Canadian or American dollars, give or take a couple of dollars either way. And they're a desert boot style, quite comfortable, maybe not as comfortable at first, but definitely as you break them in they become increasingly comfortable. And as you can see, I use them during the winter months and they've accumulated a bit of salt residue over here. So we're just going to quickly clean the boots, and to use that, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use this brush just to get rid of any sort of dirt, any dust that's accumulated on the surface. Second step, we're going to use this leather soap, and this I got at Harrods, and it's like a saddle type saddle soap, as you'd call it, but this works wonderfully for any type of leather. And then the third step is going to be to moisturize the boot, and you could take two different directions here. So I have a shoe polish, a neutral shoe polish, so neither brown nor black, it's a transparent polish. And here I have mink oil, which is great for waterproofing leather, especially for rugged outdoor usage. So I'm not going to use the mink oil today because I don't plan on using them in any harsh environments anytime soon, so I'm just going to use the neutral shoe polish as the last step. Alright, so here we go. Loosen the laces a little bit. In fact, if you want to be thorough, you might want to take them out, but I'm not going to do that today, so I'll just flip the tongue under so I can give it a good scrub and make sure that all the dust and dirt is off of the surface. A lot of stuff around here. Just move that out of there. There we go. Alright, there's one. And here we go. Just a quick dust off. Perfect. Next step is the leather soap. So this moisturizes and conditions the leather, as well as obviously cleaning it. So we're going to grab just a rag. I have this here, which used to be an old shirt, and then I have this here, which is a microfiber type cloth. I'm going to use the microfiber cloth at the end to help buff up the boot a little bit. So to apply the saddle soap, I'm just going to use this old rag and very simply get in there, grab a little bit, and start applying it to the boot. It's a bit of a yellowy color, and as you start wiping it, it starts to set up a little bit, and you can see that it takes off any dirt that was previously on the boot. And it does quite a good job. You'll notice on the tongue over here, I didn't do the top part yet, I did the bottom, and it's been quite good at making sure to grab up all the leftover dirt that was on the boot. And no more salt on the front. We'll just scrub that to make sure that there's nothing left. Alright, and here you can take a look. The boot, no more salt residue, no more salt stains on the front. So I'm going to continue to give this a bit of a wipe. I'm going to get some more of that soap. And I'll try and do this as quickly as possible. I don't want to bore anyone too much. And I'm sure there'll be some little spots here and there that I might forget in doing this quickly, and so I'll have to go over it after anyways. But I mean, the general idea is there, to make sure that all the spots, all the corners, all the nooks and crannies of your boot are taken care of, are scrubbed with this soap. That again not only helps to clean the boot, but helps to, or the shoe, it also helps to moisturize the leather, keep it nice and fresh and supple, and allows for all the dirt to be picked up. Alright, so take a look. This is the boot now, and this is what the other one looks like. You can tell there's quite a drastic difference between the two. The one on the right, you can see that there's quite a bit of dirt around the toe cap right there, whereas this one is nice and clean, and it's actually very soft to the touch. So I won't do the other boot on camera. I'll do that on my own time. I will, however, show you what the next step looks like. So after having applied this saddle soap, I'll give the boot a quick scrub just to make sure that there's no leftover soap. It can actually damage the leather if you leave too much of it on. And I'll open up the shoe polish, and I'll use the same rag. To be honest, you don't need to use much of the rag to apply the shoe polish. So I'm just going to use the corner here, and it works best if the shoe is wet. Now you can go about this in several ways. I do have a mug of water here, which I will use simply by putting my fingers in and splashing the boot. Others like to use some sort of a spray bottle, which also works well. And on occasions when water isn't readily available and you're in the middle of a shine, spitting does work, although some people might not be fans of that. So use that as at your own discretion. So here we're just applying the polish in a circular fashion over the water, and you want to make sure that you get the complete surface of the boot. Put a little bit more water on the side here, and we'll continue the polish, and the polish really just finishes everything off. It polishes it up, no pun intended. And so basically it just captures all that moisturizing from the soap, and keeps it close to the boot. It keeps it looking healthy, it keeps it looking shiny, and it's good for your boots from time to time to polish them. Of course, if you're in the market for a desert boot that ages and that looks worn, you don't want to necessarily polish it very often, because you will lose a bit of that distressed look. Although I can tell you right now from this boot here that you still have a lot of the creases. You do have a bit of different discolorations here and there, but it is looking very, very good. It's pretty much all clean, and there are no more salt stains. So just to review, actually not done yet. Last step, what I'll do is just take this horsehair brush and just give it a bit of a scrub, and that just caps off the shine of the boot and keeps it looking nice. Just use this, give it a bit of a wipe there. Feels really, really good, feels nice and soft. And this is the finished product. Again, so this is what we started with. You can see it's quite dusty, quite dirty, and then we're left with this, which looks much, much nicer. So that's how you polish your leather shoes or boots. Again, not suede, so not a shoe like this. These are my Cole Haan shoes. I will do a review on those later. Great, great pair of shoes that I picked up. So just to review, sorry, number one is to use the brush, wipe off any dust. Step number 2 is use some sort of a saddle soap or leather soap to help clean and moisturize the boot. And finally, I use some sort of a polish, whether it's a black polish for black shoes. If I want to make sure that a brown pair of shoes or boots stays really brown, I'll use a brown polish. Otherwise, I use this, a neutral polish, just to give it a nice shine, a nice look. You can also use mink oil, which gives it a nice shine, but also protects it from the elements, protects it from water and such, makes it repellent. So it's up to you how you want to finish it off. And then I just cap it all off with giving it a wipe with the microfiber rag, and one last round with the brush, just to make sure everything looks clean. Thanks guys for watching. There will be more videos in regards to shoes coming up soon. Take a look at my other videos, and if you like what you see, subscribe at the bottom. Take care. Bye.